Hey, River Slug Outdoors here. So what I'm doing today is making some squirrel chorizo sausage or ground meat. Um, so it may sound kind of crazy, but I go through and I peel all the meat off the bone with squirrels. I get kind of tired of just like deep frying squirrels or, putting them in stews and stuff like that. This is just something different. Basically, grind up the meat. You can do whatever you want with it. I've made like breakfast sausage or just patties of squirrel meat with hamburger style, which is actually really good. It needs a little fat, so here's what I have so far. This is all off the bone. It needs a little fat. Sometimes you can add. I've added bacon to it. Just cut it with a little bacon, grind it in with it. I'm just gonna put some oil in it, and then the spices. So this is what I typically do. The legs are the easiest here. So you just kind of follow the bone. You need a really sharp knife. Just kind of follow the bone. Do it as best you can. You get some pretty good chunks. These are actually, a couple of these are red squirrels. So they're smaller. Works pretty good with red squirrels because they're already kind of tough. So just to give you a little idea here. Not coming on for easy, so that's a pretty good chunk that I can just grind up. So I'll do that. I've already done it to a bunch of them. Here's what, you're getting more meat off of that than you would if you're deep frying them and just eating them like a chicken wing. I think this kind of works better. So, all right, so second step here. So I got everything off the bone. Took probably about 20-30 minutes, taking a little break in between. I'm going to save this probably for some stew or something like that, so I'll put that in the freezer. So I've probably got about like 1.5 pounds of meat here, and I'm just going to grind it up. And I'm using the food processor. You could use, obviously like a meat grinder would be better, but I don't have one. And this is pretty easy for small batches like this. So I'm just going to put a small amount in here at a time. And actually I might throw some oil in there. Actually I think I'm going to do that after it's ground up. You could put bacon in there though. That's what I've done in the past. Just slice up some bacon and grind it in there to add fat, since squirrel basically have like 0 fat. And it adds a nice smokiness to it. So, but we're just going to roll with this for now. Alright, just crank it up here. All right, so we'll do that to the whole thing. I'm actually going to add some oil here to get it to grind a little better. But yeah, we'll do that to the whole batch. All right, so I got all the meat ground up here. This is probably about, about 1 pound, 1.25 pounds, something like that. So at this point, you could do whatever you want with it. You could make hamburgers. You could make like breakfast sausage. I've done all that. Actually works really well. Tastes a little bit different, but it's pretty good. I'm gonna make chorizo, so like spicy Mexican style. I'm just gonna make tacos or something out of it. So already mixed up the spice mixture. I can put the recipe of this on in the comments if you want. But basically, the main thing is like ancho chili powder. There's garlic powder, all kinds of stuff. Went pro style with the mortar and pestle here. So grinding it up. There's like a bay leaf in there that didn't quite get ground up. So it smells pretty good. So let's see here. It says to add. I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. And then we're going to mix half of the spice mixture in there. And then mix the other half. I'm just going to kind of do that. Get in there. Alright, so I'm going to mix the other half and then we will see how this turns out. Alright, so finished product here. Smells amazing. I already tried it. So I mean, this is what it's looking like. It looks like pork or whatever. It smells amazing. I mean, you could put this spice mixture on anything and it would taste amazing, but just to, you know, this is squirrel. It's kind of insane. Rolling with a little just onions, cilantro. That's all you need right there. Turned out really good. Ground squirrel. Put a little oil in there while I was grinding it in the food processor. Made the spice mixture, chorizo spice mixture, a little vinegar. That's it. Booyah.